All right, we're live. It's Fright with Ferocious Fee. Like I said before, I hit that blue button. One of these days, I'm just going to hit the blue button first and then watch them come in and let them go on so you guys can really see what it's like behind the scenes with them. We're talking about the new Toxic Avenger today. The one that was actually done in 2020, well, released in 2023, but took like so long to actually be released. So everybody watched it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Silent went on silent.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yes, I did. I didn't pull a Megan. I watched it. We're good.
Shout out to Megan.
Who's Megan?
Yeah, we'll catch up to her one day.
She lost her phone last time I heard, so.
Well, she got another one.
And then she lost that
She
one.
lost that one.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Something like that.
You owe me an excuse.
I've seen her randomly around. She's out in the wild. We'll catch up soon.
So back to Toxic Avenger.
Yes. So we finally got to actually see this thing released. And we saw some some unusual characters that we didn't think would want to be in a movie like this, but they certainly came out. And so what were your first impressions of this? And also tell us if you saw the original Toxic Avenger while you're doing that.
Okay, so I feel Toxic Avenger. It's
wait a minute. I got so excited about this that we forgot about intros. What about intros? Anybody done anything recently?
Watch Toxic Avenger.
I know, we just got so used to the snow. It snowed today.
It's snowing now. I watched The Housemaid. If you haven't watched The Housemaid, I highly recommend it. It's very suspenseful. It's a thriller, drama. It's like 2 hours long. There's 2 to 3 twists in the movie that I totally did not see coming. And I'm probably going to watch it again this weekend. So I highly recommend that movie. Rent it on Amazon. I also watched Greenland 2 with Gerard Butler. The first one was pretty solid. Second one, not so much. Don't recommend that one. Kind of boring. Kind of fell flat. So that's a bummer. But yeah, besides just watching some movies, just hanging out. It's supposed to be like -20 tomorrow, wind chill in Pennsylvania, coldest day of the century or something. So that's going to be fun. So other than that, just, Super Bowl's this weekend. So watch 2 teams that I don't care about, but I guess I'm rooting for Seahawks, I guess. Patriots, even though Brady and Belichick are still gone, you just don't really like them, I guess, or you're not supposed to like them unless you live there. So I'm going to root for the Seahawks. Hope Sam Darnold wins. It'd be nice. He played at Carolina, was labeled as a bust, and he, was Minnesota last year, led them like 13-3 or something. They let him go. Idiots. And now he's starting the Super Bowl, so good for him. There's my story.
Nice. Well, yeah, I'm also I watched this. I did not get to watch the original. I apologize. I was hoping I was going to get the opportunity. This work week was some BS. So I'm very happy it's the weekend. I probably am going to try and watch the original this weekend, though, just because I think I actually have a little bit of free time finally. But besides that, yeah, I'm really excited this weekend. I hope that each of your favorite baseball teams end up winning, and I think the Jazz might take it this year. So I'm pretty stoked about that. It's been a long time coming, but I think they're finally making a comeback. I didn't see it coming, really didn't. Besides that, I've been playing a bunch of Arc Raiders. which has been great. Shout out to FarQ in the chat. He's continued to be my Arc Raider Sherpa, kind of protecting me through some of these bullshit fights that I've ended up coming up against. We actually had a really good one, which unless you played the game, this isn't going to make any sense. But we fought a matriarch, and we had a really good round until a bunch of assholes at the very last second decided to kill us. That was kind of a bummer, but in general, I feel like we've had some pretty good runs. Yeah, still trying to get Fuzzy on there, FarQ. You're going to have to help me. I think we got to convince him away from the division. But besides that, I unfortunately haven't done very much. I did some old people stuff. I just factory reset my cell phone because I realized it's been like 2 years since I did one, and it was starting to kind of act a little funky. And now it's nice and clean again. Super happy. Just in time to upgrade to the S26 Ultra or whatever's going to get announced. Yeah. That's about it. Boring stuff for the majority of you, I know.
And everything went okay with the colonoscopy you had?
Yeah, absolutely. It was great.
Good. Glad.
They said everything's clean and clear, and poop chute's still working like it should. So
it's kind of odd you get them done every 6 months, but you can
never be too clean. It's just like how people do detoxes every other week. Is like you do that and you never have to worry about any discomfort.
Well, glad you're staying safe.
Hey man, you told me about it and I thought it would be a good path to follow. So
helps you reach your deductible very fast. So
it really does. It really does. Yeah.
So what about you, Fuzz?
Well, I probably should get a colonoscopy after that conversation. For the most part, been okay. Somehow, after shoveling the previous week, I injured my back this week by just pushing a little bit of snow as opposed to the amount of snow I pushed the week before. So kind of perturbed as far as where this pain is coming from. Hopefully, I'm back on my feet regularly here in the next few days. But for the most part, it's been a little bit of a struggle. But lower back pain, getting old, and shoveling, and yeah, we're getting more snow. So not the happiest camper about that, but haven't really played as many video games as I would like. I think I finally started up Run for Routine. It's kind of like a sci-fi horror. You wake up in like this bunker or station or something, and you're trying to survive murder bots that are running around that must have got reprogrammed or something. But other than that, watched the new Toxie. This week had to do it in 2 increments. Not that it didn't catch my attention or anything. I think it was more so the medication that made me pass out. But finally got to watch this from end to end. Watched the original, but I haven't watched it in a while. Like I watched the original, the most recent version, or not the most recent version, but the most recent time was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. So have a pretty decent memory of the original in comparison to this, but yeah, this is it's going to be an interesting podcast tonight because I'm pretty sure we're going to have differing opinions on the new one or versus the old one if we've seen the old one as well. But yeah, glad to be here with you guys. Fee, what about you?
Yes, I discovered that Fuzzy realized his mortality this week.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
That and I had to leave work an hour early because Fuzzy wanted a ride to the doctor's office. He's getting old.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, and back injuries suck.
Yeah,
They absolutely suck. Doesn't matter how mild they are. It always sucks.
Yeah.
So don't give them too much shit.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. So yeah, I got to do that. That was I guess somewhat fun, especially after the angry email or the passive aggressive email that I got from my assistant principal about where I was and I had missed the meeting. And that was a nice little passive aggressive email back. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun this week. Yeah, but at least I got some half days, and it was kind of relaxing today because a lot of the kids decided, since they didn't have to come on Thursday, they're like, "Ooh, let's extend our weekend." So a little less students today. So we'll see what happens next week, but we're almost done school. Less than 4 months, and then we're on vacation. That's fun, right?
Stop saying we're part of this journey.
Okay, it's just Fuzzy in my journey, okay?
I mean, most of us are. Most of us are. I'm going to be part of that journey in some form or fashion, whether I'm meeting them there or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, and sadly, Presto will not be with us in California.
Quitter.
Man, I was there before you like 3 months ago. All right, I was there before it was cool.
So Fuzzy, somehow he, originally he was deciding no, he didn't want to go because he didn't want to get on a plane. And I'm like, okay, if you're not getting on a plane, then I guess we're not going. And I'm like, I'm not going if you're getting on a plane to go there. And he's like, no, I'll just drive. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm going now.
That's crazy. You guys are driving to Los Angeles.
That's 40 hours almost.
It's going to be
we
awesome.
Driving it.
Yeah. I mean, considering my luck with planes, I'm not risking it, especially considering what's been going on these past few weeks or months or whatever. Yeah.
So we're going to be hanging out with Cypher.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be a fun party, and it's the 25th anniversary for Xbox. So I think of all the years to do it, this is the year to go.
Yeah.
So. Well, hopefully the little gift bags are a little bit better from instead of the pandemic one.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty good, and I'd be curious. Like, obviously, it'd be geared towards the 25th anniversary, but I think there will be some cool stuff. And even if we don't get like the coolest gift bags, we're going to get to check out some pretty cool events. So
you guys are.
You can join. I mean, you can come watch the show with us. It just depends on if you want to sit there and watch a bunch of gaming stuff for like an hour and 20 minutes.
It seemed to be last time a little bit longer than an hour and 20 minutes. So, I don't know. I might bring my computer.
Wow.
Get the work done.
Maybe we have you sit a couple rows behind us, so that way, Eat and all those guys aren't looking over like, who the hell is this person on their freaking laptop?
No. I'm gonna see if they have like a little kind of like bars. That last time they had this little kind of like bar, kind of standing area where.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll be there while you guys are in the seats checking out the wonderful video games.
Well, it is going to be a wonderful time. For anyone in the chat that's looking forward to that Summer Games Fest stuff, whether you're going or not, like this is going to be so.
Yeah, they're having it at the Dolby Theater. So I'm sure there's some area where I can sneak off to while you guys are doing what you're doing.
I think it's the Peacock Theater.
Yeah, the Dolby Theater's just for the Summer Games Fest, not for the Xbox show.
So where's the Peacock Theater?
I believe it's across the street, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like just across or kitty cornered or something.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm sure the Peacock Theater has some area.
Oh, yeah.
To sit down and hide.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
or you could always do like what we do at work, and you just hide in like a bathroom stall and just play around on your phone or laptop there. Like, that's an option too.
Okay, no. I'll find somewhere else to hang out.
All right, fine.
Sorry, But anyway. So yeah, I'm just one of the drivers going. I'll figure it out. So anyway, what about, let's get back to first impressions. Who wants to do first impressions? And yes, say whether or not you, just remind the audience if you have watched the first one or all of the previous four.
Yeesh. Well, I guess I'll jump in real quick. I saw the new one. I have not seen any of the old ones. I apologize. I have more homework as always. But yeah, my initial impressions with this, I knew that the other ones were pretty campy. I knew kind of the pedigree that we were talking about. And so I was a little bit worried going into this just because of everything that I had always heard of the other ones. But, uh, going into it, knowing that they had like Peter Dinklage and like they had a pretty solid cast in general, I was like, all right, I'll give this thing a shot. Like worst case scenario, I'm out an hour and a half of my life. And and when I watched the trailer for this thing, like it goes 0 to 100 like immediately. The red band trailer for this movie is ridiculous. Or even just as you start the beginning of the movie and they give you like kind of the heads up of what's coming. You see this and you're just like, Jesus, this flies off super, super quick. And yeah, I wasn't 100% sure what to expect through the whole thing, but the trailer did give me confidence that like even if it wasn't my favorite thing, it was definitely going to be entertaining. It was going to be fairly action packed from what I was seeing. That's that's my thing. What about you guys?
So I've watched, I believe, all four of them. It's been quite some time since I watched all four. Uh, they just get more ridiculous as they go on. Uh, when I heard about this remake, I don't know if it's a remake or whatever it is. I was excited because I like the first one and I want to see how they do a new twist on it or just shoot it differently, considering the first one was, oh geez, the 80s, late 80s, I believe it came out. So it's been quite some time. It has some of the same feel, but it's also very different. The story's a little different than the original one. So I guess it's really not a remake. There's some things I like, some things I did not like that we'll talk about, but I'm a trauma film fan. They're pretty ridiculous. They're usually low budget, uh, pretty gory, but practical effects. So I guess it makes it a little cheesy. There's usually tons of boobs and nudity in them too. So I don't think there was any in this one. But yeah, like Silent said, this one actually has a good cast. I think Kevin Bacon was in it.
Mhm.
Elijah Wood was in it. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like the Penguin in this. Like he looked.
Yep.
I was just like,
Yeah.
yo, this is
Yep.
Penguin if he did like the weight loss pen. Like that's what he looked like.
Moncharo Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm excited to talk about this one and also do a little comparison with the second one or with the original one, I should say.
Mhm. Nice.
What about you, Fuzzy?
For the most part, watched the trailer. Like, already was questioning how Peter was going to do as far as being toxic and stuff like that. Um, Came across a little bit different than I expected it to, but all fun and nonetheless. But yeah, this one, well, I'm pretty sure we'll get into it more. But this one definitely was a good Tromaville type of movie in the sense of the comedy and stuff. Um, Not as much gore like Presto said, but you could see some of the I guess the acidic blood and all that stuff eating through things or other liquids melting stuff. So yeah, this one was a pretty fun one. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff if we want to do the comparisons. But I think they did a pretty good job. The overall look, the characters themselves, the cast behind it, and everything. Yeah, this one was a good one. So yeah, what about you, Fee? What are your initial impressions?
So I'm a big Trauma fan. So of course I had to watch the very first film that they ever, produced through Trauma, called Blood Sucking Freaks. And I've seen Nukem High, all the Toxic Avengers and stuff like that. So campy is a very authentic thing, and it's kind of hard to recreate. And while I like this, did I think it was authentically campy? I thought it was a little, I don't know. Nah, not really.
It
Not
was
a
like
really.
it was like a high budget
Yeah,
remake. Like
yeah,
it was missing some of that trauma touch.
yes, it was. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't good, because Peter Dinklage was funny in this. But there were just certain characters. Elijah got it. Kevin Bacon got it. Even the woman that was Kevin Bacon's, I guess, love interest, or at least she thought that she was his love interest. Who was it? No, not Daisy. Who was the other one? I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out from the cast list. But some of them got the whole campy thing, but not everybody did. And when you're making something when you're trying to make something look low budget, but it is a bigger budget, the choices you make are based off of what you think it should look like, rather than this is what I had lying around and we're going to make it work. And I think that's what makes campy is, this is what we got to figure it out, and we're going to do our best, and that's where it comes from. So did I think it was good? Yes. Did I think they should have used less money so they could be a little bit more authentic? Yeah, but I don't think some of them probably would have come out and did the movie either. So yeah. So let's first start with the Toxic Avenger transformation. What did you like? What did you not like? Anybody? Oh, are we trying to get me to start? Is that what it is? That's why everybody's silent?
What? No. We would never do such a thing. What are you talking about?
Oh, you want me
I
to
think
talk?
I think you should set the tone. You were already talking. You may as well continue on.
See, they're getting to be too familiar with each other. Now they're plotting against me. You see this, everybody, right? Anyway. So now if everybody knows about the original Toxic Avenger, you see it was consistent as far as the costume. You could see, that it was a progression, though, and it became more comical as it went on. This one seemed to be very, I don't know, a live version, a physical version of anime. Some of it was drawn on, some of it was kind of techie, some of it was, physical, a physical suit. So I don't know how I feel about that, especially the little pink brain stuff. At one point, it was pulsating, but then all of a sudden, it went flat, and it looked like it was drawn on. Did anybody else realize that?
It seemed like only at night that the stuff would pulse or change color. So, like if he's coming out of the shadows, you might see it where it's pulsating or something, or a little bit brighter. But like in the sunlight, it went back to normal, which I think was just more so a look that they were going for. Like at night, if you're just seeing like his one eye and maybe the red ring for the other eye and some pink stuff that looks like it's kind of glowing, I guess it gives it a little bit more of a spooky appearance in comparison. But in the daytime, when he was, at like one of the restaurants and stuff, you don't need to have all that. Although when he did first enter the restaurant, it did look like he had some of that pink pulsating stuff, but it was because he was walking out of the shadows kind of thing. So
Yeah, I think it was always there. It's just a matter of the lighting.
Mm.
I mean, from this Toxie to the original one, I like the original one's look better. So they changed it. In the first original, the Toxic Avenger is this like really skinny, nerdy kid who gets tricked into like basically he works at a gym and everyone in the gym does like steroids and then smoking and everything, and he thinks he's gonna go in the closet with this girl and basically finds out that they like put a pig in there instead, and he's making out with the pig, and they turn on the lights and they all make fun of him, and he falls out a window into a drum of uh chemicals, which it's that's how trauma films are, like just falls out of a window and there's just a truck with an open 55-gallon barrel of chemicals that he falls into.
Sure.
Normal,
And then
right?
he
Like you do. Yeah.
yeah, like it's totally normal, OSHA approved. And he kind of transforms then, and that's how he transforms. Where this one, he just kind of gets thrown in the waste, and it's just kind of like, whoop, there you go. So I like the original look. I could say I agree with you, but it is a little bit more cartoonish here. So with how he looks, and the fact that in this one, he's shorter. Is little person the correct term?
yeah,
He's a little person. I did find, which kind of took a little bit away, is Peter. What's
Dinklage.
his? Yeah, he's actually not in the suit. It's actually a female
Yeah.
that's in the suit. So he only
Oh.
now she did all the acting in the suit, and then he does the voice, and he studied her to like basically almost like he was in the suit. But when I found out he actually wasn't in the suit, it took a little bit of a way for me. Like
Mhm.
I was a little bummed out. Like, come on, man, you couldn't do that. Like, why not?
Yeah. Yeah. That is kind of a bummer.
Sorry
So
to
I
burst your
think
bubble.
So is it Luisa Guerrero?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who was in the actual suit.
So she put in the hard work, and then Dinklage slapped his name on it and was like, "Job well done.
Pretty much.
I'll take my paycheck now. Thank you."
Yeah, pretty much.
That's screwed up. Yeah, I don't like that so much.
Well, yeah, because I think Peter actually like acted everything out not in the suit, and then she studied it and basically mirrored everything that he was doing. So yeah, basically she did all the hard work, and I think they said it was like 30 pounds, all that foam prosthetics.
Mhm.
And then he just returned, I read 6 months later, to record like the voice and the timing to match like her mouth when she would open it. So it's like, all right, I did my first 20 minutes in the movie. I'll be back to do the rest later. And she's doing it all. So that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
I mean, that's Hollywood.
Mhm.
It is, but that made me sad though, hearing that just now, because it's like,
Yeah.
You know, you get people who get really into some of this stuff,
Mhm.
people that are super excited to be involved in it. And so that just sounds so badly phoned in. Like that's it's
Well,
gross.
okay, so I'm going to defend Dinklage. I'm going to defend him. While the Toxic Avenger scenes were okay, I mean, if you've ever seen the original one, I thought the battle scenes were just a lot better. But I understand the comicalness of Toxic Avenger being towered over with a mop that has, nuclear waste, which they did a really good job on that. You could actually see, the radiation coming off of it. I thought that was a nice touch. But at least he was funny. You know what I'm saying? So when he was in the bodysuit and tutu, that at least he did those stunts, right?
Yeah.
At least he was when he was in the doctor's office. That was a nice comical back and forth right there.
I mean, maybe he found his doppelganger off the streets and was like, "Hey, you, let's have you in here." And then he came in and he just copied some freaking lines down for him like 5 months later for that too. Like I don't know if I can trust
You
the
guys
dude
are really
now.
upset about this that much?
It kind of bums me out. Bums me out. Like I've seen again, like I feel like there are those moments where you see people that get involved in these movies because they're like, yeah, I'm so stoked. And they jump into it and like they do all the stuff. Like there's been a ton of people who've done their own stunts, done like the costume time, like the makeup time. And it feels like you basically like shitted out the least effort possible when you just roll in and do a little bit of work for like voice work for it 5 months later. Like that, I don't know.
But I think we should ask him first, let him defend himself. Maybe he wasn't allowed to. Maybe they said this is what the deal is. You're doing the voice, you're doing the live action when your character, was it Winston? But when you become the Toxic Avenger, we're gonna have somebody else in the suit. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like they would have been pretty stoked for him to do all that stuff as the character, like throughout the show.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me see.
Bullshit. Some bullshit. You basically just told me that Santa isn't real and that it's my parents that are putting gifts under my tree. Like it was one of those.
All right. Well, this might save it a little.
Took away the movie magic. God damn it.
So the production, they kept $5 million of the advertising budget to like donate to undue medical debt. And I think once it was released in the movies, every $1 million it made, they would basically match that and donate it to undue medical debt. So at least they did some good, right?
Yeah, I mean that is super cool.
So it does say that the film grossed about 3.4 million worldwide. So basically, after everything, including the campaign exceeded expectations, clearing 15 million in medical debt for more than 10,000 people.
Yeah, that is cool. Just a shame that Dinklage wasn't in the fucking costume.
Yeah, and the cost to run the whole entire campaign to get the movie out, plus to the whole medical debt repayment and stuff, that only cost 70,000. So if you think about, I don't know, what's the one that James Cameron came out with? Avatar.
Ugh.
Yeah. So imagine the millions of dollars that went into advertising Avatar And
I
the
mean,
people that got that money compared to this.
how can you compare Avatar to the Toxic
No,
Avenger?
I'm saying the marketing behind it. Just the marketing. This whole medical partnering with undue medical debt and stuff like that. That was the marketing campaign. That was to get the movie, everybody to go and watch the movie and stuff. The $70,000 was just for that whole marketing thing and distributing the funds and stuff. And I'm just saying that for $70,000 to run that campaign, they were able to pull in $15 million, get the word out about seeing the film for Toxic Avenger and where it was, paid off over more than 10,000 people's undue medical debt, compared to movies like Avatar that spend millions of dollars just to get people in the seats.
I mean, it's not like they do this with every movie, and Avatar was just greedy. I mean, Toxic Avenger did something nice.
No, I think they did, but I just think it's more kind of, I don't know, a significant event doing that than just spending millions of dollars to get the word out that the movie's being released on this said date.
I would say it was very original, wouldn't you?
Oh, really? Throwing that word around again.
I mean, I think just by doing that, it also helped in their favor by advertising it that way. Because you had people that might not have really wanted to see the movie, or at least wait till it comes out on demand or something, but they know that it was going for a good cause, so they would see it. Being I was a fan of the original and the other four, I guess the other three, I didn't really need big name celebrities in this. Like, I didn't need Kevin Bacon to be in this one. I didn't need Elijah Wood to be in this one. Like, is it cool they signed on? Yeah, because like the originals are so campy and cheesy that it's like, oh, cool. But I don't think they brought like a lot to the table. But that's just me.
I think having Kevin Bacon and Elijah and some other people in this, I think it actually ruined it a little bit. I think it did. I think it lowered the score. I actually halfway through was like, is this thing over yet? I'm like, is it over yet? Like, I was actually thinking that. I'm like, that movie that it's like it opens up and it's like awesome, and then as it keeps on going, it's like, when am I going to turn this off? Because I'm kind of bored, or I'm kind of like, I don't want to see the rest of this. I don't care about the end. That's kind of how I felt.
Yeesh. Whew. All right.
I mean, for me, I'll just quickly interject here as far as like the costume aspect and stuff between Peter and the one lady that did the Toxie bodysuit. There was like a 5-inch difference in height, so I can imagine from a filming standpoint, when you're up against certain actors, how frequent they would probably have to have, not really a step stool, but something to kind of skew the angle. Because that's probably the bigger reason why, like, having him in the costume, unless it has like built-in stilts, which probably wouldn't be too safe if he's running around and whatnot. It kind of makes sense to have somebody else in the costume and stuff, I guess. But I that's the pass I'll give him for that one. I think it was, and I almost wish there was a way that they were interviewed afterwards. I think it probably showed more so people that were fans of the series growing up. Like, I could totally see Kevin Bacon being the guy that has the complete box set in his collection of DVDs somewhere, because he not only does he do serious roles and whatnot, but he does a lot of comedy stuff, and he seems to have more fun doing some of the comedy stuff from time to time. So I think them getting Kevin Bacon was probably like, hey, you want to be in this? We know you like Tromaville and other movies. It's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I could totally see him being up for it. Elijah was kind of like I would say might be in the similar boat where, didn't really need the work, but figure, hey, whether it's the charity aspect of it or just that he's a fan of the Toxic Avenger when he was growing up as well, I could totally see him being in it. But I don't think the big names ruined it for me. It was just more so. It wasn't the same level of campy, which I know you guys were talking about earlier. It wasn't the same level of campy as the original, but then again, even if you were to like recreate the original scene by scene, it's hard to not see, or it would be hard for them to, recreate that same campiness feeling without it be, going over the edge into cringiness or something where it's like, that worked then. Maybe not. It doesn't work so much this time around, but I still had a good time watching this just for the fact that, I was curious how they were going to handle, Peter being in that suit just because of the height thing. I don't want to come across as somebody that's against little people, but I can only imagine like, and if they could stay out of the reach of him with the mop and then like, hold things above him, like, keep away kind of game. Like I thought that was going to be the case, and he'd like kick him in the knee or bite their leg or something type of deal, considering the height differential and stuff. But
wow,
yeah, for the most part, it was different, but still in a good way, at least as far as I was concerned.
No, I'm not saying anybody's acting was terrible in this. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that the whole point of campiness is them, having problems with their lines, having problems with the pitch and tone, their kind of their emotion, relaying the emotion on camera. Like all of that is part of the campiness, and you're not going to get that with Kevin Bacon. You're not going to get it with Elijah Wood. You're not going to get it with Peter Dinklage, or anybody else, and that's kind of the endearing part of campiness. And I knew the storyline was not going to be the same. I totally was fine with that. Do I think the storyline was bad? No, I think it was kind of on par with what the script would have been if it was a trauma, Toxic Avenger movie. It's just that once he became the Toxic Avenger, as we all know about the Toxic Avenger, there were some one-liners that were funny. And I just didn't see this in the writing here. You know what I'm saying? It seemed to be as soon as his character was in the Toxic Avenger suit, that it became a little bit more serious in tone than it probably should have.
You think so?
I think so. But, it's kind of hard for Fuzzy and Cypher to, because Fuzzy hasn't watched it in 5 years. And by the way, guys, I forced him to watch it. So, he was reluctant at that time. He might not remember everything.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The
know.
original one.
I guess maybe I'm happy that I haven't seen the original one yet, because like I enjoyed this.
It'll be
So
interesting.
maybe, yeah.
It will be interesting to see how you feel about the original one now that you watch this one first. You'll see some of the campiness, some of the the characters, like how they kind of tried to make some of the characters the same or get the same feeling, like when they were in the restaurant in the beginning, and some of the kills. Yeah, I mean, in the original one, he has a love interest.
Yeah.
This one, he has no love interest. In the original one, he finds a blind girl, basically, and she falls in love with him.
God.
So, and they live happily ever after.
That's terrible.
So in
who?
the original, the blind girl was actually in the restaurant, and he saved her. And that's why she fell in love with him. Well, that and she couldn't see him. But eventually she did. Eventually she did put her hands on his face and could tell his face is not the traditional shape.
It's what's inside that matters.
Exactly. But he originally saved her, and that's what, where her love grew from. But in this one, the woman turns out to be actually law enforcement. That was the blind woman, in the restaurant. And he didn't have a love interest because the one that was trying to help him get his child back, she wasn't a love interest, I guess, intended for it, because his love interest died a year before from cancer.
Wait, so let's go back to this real quick though, because you said then in the original or whatever, that like she could tell, obviously, even though she was blind, she could tell that his face was deformed. Maybe his face was perfectly fine and she was the one that was morbidly deformed.
That's true. She wouldn't know any better.
She wouldn't know.
Well, I think up until that point, she would have felt somebody else's face, like, I don't know, her parents or something. I mean, she wasn't like abandoned.
Yeah, but not
She wanted
everyone's
that
roaming.
Toxic D.
Not everyone's
that's obvious,
roaming,
okay?
not everyone's roaming around like John Travolta from Face Off doing fucking face waterfalls and stuff. So I don't know if she necessarily knows how everyone else's faces feel.
What is it with you in that movie?
Have you watched that movie?
Yes, I have.
Dude, the face waterfall is one of the funniest things. It is so weird and creepy and awkward. So good. Just saying.
What movie?
From
Off.
Face Off? Face Off.
Oh.
When John Travolta's roaming around giving everyone face waterfalls with his hands, all creepy like. It was great. Horrible, but great.
Yeah. So
I'll go back to my corner.
So like Preston was saying, that there in the original there is definitely sex scenes. There's definitely women have their shirts off and stuff like that, running around and everything. In this one, I only saw that at the concert part.
Yeah.
Where a couple of the women took their tops off at the concert. Other than that, I didn't see anything. I mean, there might have been one kind of sexual inference, just somebody saying something. But other than that, and we watched the unrated version. I didn't watch the rated version. I watched the unrated version. So I think it was more the violence that they did, that they had the unrated version with the heads coming off, top of the heads being just cut off by the radioactive mop.
I mean, you got to have the violence if it's a trauma film. It's almost a given. Like, without it, it just falls. It's like almost Halloween 3. Like, it doesn't have Michael Myers. It fell flat. If it was something else, like just called Season of the Witch and not called Halloween 3, not a horrible movie.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. But I think with the unrated version, I think they did the unrated version because of maybe some of the violence wasn't able to be put in for the rated R version. But it was not due to sex and nudity. That's
definitely not in the remake or in this one.
Not in the remake. So.
I mean, it had some good kills, and some of the kills felt like the original trauma. The car with getting the head run over. I mean, in the fast food restaurant with arms getting ripped off and the guy's asshole. I mean, it had some of that vibes, but it still was different enough that it felt too different to me.
I think we made Cypher sad today. We ruined your happiness.
A little bit. Took away that movie magic that I love so much. And you're like, hey, by the way, movie magic gone. But, it's fine. I'll survive.
Well, you still got the original one, so there's that.
Yeah, you should watch the original. There's 4 of them.
I mean,
just heard
the original one is fine. The other 3 get kind of out there.
Yeah, they do.
Doesn't at one of them he fights like a Nazi guy?
I think so, and I think he goes to Japan.
Yeah, isn't that when he fights the Nazi
Yeah, I think
person?
so. Yeah.
That's an interesting twist. I think that
Yeah.
alone might be worth it.
Well,
It's like Fast and
No.
Furious in space.
no, it is. It is. It's
Okay.
I think there's like in the last one. I think there's like a Hitler wannabe or something. Like it's just.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Weird people in weird costumes, and yeah, it's if you watch the originals, you definitely understand the trauma feel. Like you'll see where they were trying to pull from in this one, and I feel like incorporate new fans, but there's definitely a trauma feel that I feel like Lloyd Kaufman is the only one that can really capture because he's the one that created it.
I think we've seen other things that he's purchased. So Bloodsucking Freaks, he didn't actually. That was the very first one. He actually produced that one. He bought the movie and stuff. He didn't actually make it. But that was kind of like his thought process. So he's bought over the years several. I think it's his eye, his thought process. If he likes it, then it comes off as 100% campy. And that might just be partly kind of due to what they call that. Can't remember what the saying is, but or the phrase or
comedic
whatever.
timing or something.
No, I think it's just about the hype. You know, if it's a Lloyd Kaufman film, you know, it's now I've seen a lot of Lloyd Kaufman films that he did cameos in, but you know, his company produced them, his company or purchased them after they were already made, like, you know, Sweetmeats. He's looking for a certain type of film. Does he always get that? Is it always hyped up? Do people always go out and watch it or love it afterwards? No, I've seen some ones that I question, why did you purchase this thing? But there are a lot of the ones that he has that most people have watched, like Nukem High. Was it Kabuki? Was it? I'm trying to think.
Kabuki Warrior or something.
Yeah. Those originals that he was purchasing, we what was the one that we watched over at that drive-in? I'm trying to think.
The Mahona Drive-In.
Yeah. There was another one where the guy was running around killing people and he was trans and he fell in love with one of the actresses. And you remember that one?
No.
I'll find the name of it. But those are the things that we love and admire, and those are the ones that we like. The problem is that I've seen other ones where it's like, and I have to find it. Well, I gotta find this while you guys are talking about something else. That I'm like, what were you thinking? And I don't suggest anybody watching it per se, but you probably find a trailer of it. Let me see if I can find him. So I'll give you a list because all I got to do is go to his production stuff. He has produced 173 films.
Lloyd Kaufman has eluded me for years. Like I've been wanting to meet him and get my Toxic Avenger and Super 7 signed by him, and he's usually always at Monster Mania. And every time the past couple of years in Cherry Hill, he's just not there. And then he was advertised for Oaks this past November, and I was so pumped, and he wasn't there. Like, and he's up there in age. So I'm just like, God, like, please let me meet this guy already. Like,
So when did we meet him, Fuzzy? We met him at the Mulholland Drive-In,
Right.
and what was it? Last year, was it?
I think it was like
So
last year during the summer. So
yeah, I'm gonna say that yes, I agree. He's up there in age. He's definitely older than us. Um,
it's like
but
in his
he does not act like
70s.
it. He does not. He does not act like it at all. He acts like he's in his like 55 or 60. I know he's much older than that, but he does. He acts like he just became a senior, kind of thing. And the only reason I say this is because he looks like one. He looks like somebody that should be retired, but he does not act that way. He acts like a kid, to be honest with you. He's
Well, to
fun.
make the movies he does, he
Yeah,
has to act like a kid.
yeah, he's really really nice. You know how some of the older actors and actresses have kind of gone to like William Shatner. He's like, okay, well, 6 feet away, kind of, I'll take a picture with you. I'll do it air handshake or whatever. That's not Lloyd Kaufman. That is not him at all.
I mean, Shatner is also 90 plus years old, so
Well, I
yeah.
think how old is Lloyd Kaufman? Because he not a spring chicken either.
I think he's in his
80.
70s.
He was born in
Yeah.
45. So we're looking at, he's at 55, 25, so 60, 80. He'll turn 81 this December, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, he 81.
I mean, that's still. I mean, William still has 10 plus years on him, so. I mean, 81, 90, like, at that point,
I think
that's fucking crazy.
I think anybody over 65 is kind of crazy.
Well,
To,
then
to
you're kind
be
of crazy.
hugging on people. I'm not 65 yet, okay?
My bad.
Far off. But I'm just saying. Let me see if I can find these couple of movies here. Anyway, but yeah, he was really nice, and he asked me what I do and stuff like that. I told him I was a teacher, and he went on and on about how teachers are wonderful. So that was nice. He took pictures and everything. And somebody was dressed as Toxie, and his girlfriend, one of the girls was dressed up like his girlfriend and everything. So it was nice. They did a really good. The Mahone Drive-In did a really good job with that.
They do that every year, too.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Now when what's his name, Waters went out there, I was gonna go out there, and then I was like, he's doing the whole 6 feet away kind of thing, taking a picture, and I'm like, you know what? Let me not bother him.
I'm sure he thanked you for that.
Yeah, because I'm like, when they start doing that, especially like with William Shatner and stuff like that, I'm like, I feel like a bother when it comes to that. Like, they're kind of just there, and maybe we should distance ourselves because they don't really feel comfortable being there. That's just kind of how I feel when I go to conventions like that. I'm still trying to find this movie. He has done so many. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, several each year. It's like I'm just now getting through to the 2000s. And it's like each year, it looks like there's 5 or 6 films he's attached to.
I'm in 2016 still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still looking at that. And I think it was much sooner than that, though. But so the movie I'm thinking of, as soon as I find it, he did play a part in it. I think that was one of the films I did not like Lloyd Kaufman's acting in, because he played like the crazy grandpa or whatever. It just kind of felt like it was off. And then Lou Temple was in that one too. And he was really good in that, but the main character really threw. It was called House of Forbidden Secrets. That's the movie I'm talking about. So House of Forbidden Secrets, like I said, had Lou Temple in it. He did an awesome job for his character. Lloyd Kaufman, his grandpa, was a little overworked, but the main, and Alan Kaiser was in this one, and he's the guy that was in Night of the Creeps as Brad. Wait a minute, I think he actually played Brad in Night of the Creeps too. Let me see. Yeah, he played Brad as well in that movie. So he played Brad in Forbidden House or whatever, and his acting was awesome. He had a bit part, and his acting was great in that. But when it came to the main characters that were running around trying to find the secret, yeah, it was just bad. It was just bad. Don't watch that movie. You can watch a trailer and you can just see that it's not a movie to watch, and that's coming from me. You know what that means, guys, right?
That is probably a good one.
Okay, you want to watch House of what is it? Secrets? Y'all will watch that next time?
Just
We can
simmer
watch
down.
it. I ain't watching it again, but you can watch it. We can review that one. Do you want to? Yeah,
Sure.
I thought so. You don't want to watch that one.
Sure. Why
Oh,
not?
sure? I don't think any of you could make it through the first 30 minutes.
I can't imagine it's worse than Dead and Breakfast.
Oh, no, it is. It is.
I don't know.
No, it is. We should go. What's that?
Well, yeah, but also let's look at the track record, right? Like
Okay.
you said, most of the movies that you don't like, we do. So
No, that's
maybe
not
it's great.
true.
Maybe it's great.
That's
Yeah.
not true. I don't think it's great, but you guys can definitely test it out.
Yeah, because we'll look past any originality, if it's
Oh.
Exactly. We'll just take the movie for what it is instead of trying to poke holes through.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do, okay? So we can determine. We're not gonna do it for next week, but what we're gonna determine is this, okay? I'm gonna have Fuzzy watch it with me and see how long it takes him to tell me to turn it off.
Okay.
And then we'll determine if he can make it through the whole entire thing. We'll definitely do a review on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah. We'll
Sounds like a plan.
wait. We'll wait to hear back. Fuzzy's gonna be our he's gonna be our test dummy for this.
Yes,
Sorry, Fuzzy.
I'm like, what did I get myself into?
We appreciate your sacrifice.
That's what he's gonna be saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be like, how can I prove it wrong? How can I prove it wrong? I can't take this. I can't do it. That's what I'm gonna hear.
No, just scotch tape my eyelids to my forehead. I'll be good. I'm good.
Yeah, but you also got to get through the anger.
I'll have some adult beverages beforehand. I won't be angry. I'll just be like, wow, that was dumb of that person to go into that noisy basement when nobody should be down there. Man, no wonder you got stabbed 50 million times and decapitated. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just running through a whole entire list of movies that I should be watching right now just by going through Lloyd Kaufman's IMDb. You know, he was the maintenance guy in Crank.
That makes sense.
Statham. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, Crank almost seems like it could be a Tromaville type movie.
True.
Like one of their action-packed ones or something.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that campy.
It's pretty campy.
I don't think that's
Especially the second one, when they literally start the movie off with scraping him off the asphalt with a spatula to put him in the ambulance, of which I think they just throw him into the ambulance, and then they replace his heart with like a robotic heart.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's pretty campy.
I think I'm getting closer. It's the one movie that I actually liked that I did not realize I would like.
Fuzzy, I don't know if you saw it in the chat, but blink twice if you're in danger.
Oh, really? Why do you all say that?
Well, one podcast, I'm perfectly fine and walking around and everything, and now I'm restricted to a chair. Help me! I'm in a hole.
Yeah, I mean it is weird.
Trouble.
It is weird. I feel like things have changed pretty drastically since this morning when I was hanging out with you.
Oh my god, you better stop.
I didn't do nothing.
Sounds like Fuzzy's going to be traveling to the Video Game Awards by himself this year.
He's gonna be driving all that way by himself. He'll get there on Sunday.
So
He
much
won't
quiet.
know what to do.
So much quiet.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So, how did we not talk about the one scene yet from the new one?
Which one?
When he pulls out his like metal dick, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, when he's locked up and he pulls out his dick and pisses on himself.
Oh yeah,
to get out of the chains, like
and then
Toxic Avenger dick.
and she's so excited. She's like, "Yeah, you did it!" And he's like, "All right, now it's your turn." And she's like, "What?"
Like, Toxie was packing, man. He was
yeah. I'm pretty sure that thing was almost about half the size of Peter Dinklage. So
definitely a third leg.
It definitely was. He's the unholy toxic tripod.
Yo, if that was my power, I'd just piss on everyone because, like, it's just all toxic. Why carry around a mop? It's just extra baggage, you know?
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh yeah, man. You could do that from like the rooftops too. Like they wouldn't even know you're there, and you just sprinkle it down on them, and just like
make it rain.
Make it rain, baby.
Anyway,
why are all these people melting in the streets? You find it yet?
so the movie that I think everybody should watch, if they are a Troma fan and have not watched it, Terror Firmer. That's the one. So I'll put it in the chat.
Is that the one we're watching next week?
I mean, we can if I can find it. Unless you want to work your magic.
What magic?
Your magic of finding obscure films.
Now, side note, when Kevin Bacon becomes infected, I got Krampus vibes. Like, he looked like Krampus. Was I the only one that felt that way, or?
Nah, I get that. I could see that a little bit.
I mean,
it went a little too far though, and it like almost got to the point where it was like a blend of like Beast from Beauty and the Beast and Krampus. Like I don't know, it was not necessarily the best visual in the movie. Kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if that was actually. I think it was Kevin Bacon that actually played that, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't put my money
I
on it.
I didn't see a uh body double for him listed.
Well,
Yeah,
good
that's
for
that's because
Kevin
he's a
Bacon then.
hardcore fan. And he's actually willing to do the shit.
Do the dirty work.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I
I
said,
think that
like,
Spencer Wilding might be the one. Yeah,
it
because
says his imperfect self.
yeah, that other guy did
Mm.
the monster for Kevin Bacon because the photos they show are when he's
Mm.
as the monster. So
Well, shit.
Wait a minute, I think I
hey, if
met.
you didn't want the Hollywood actors to have to get dirty or possibly hurt, so
We've been bamboozled, chat.
Wait a minute, let me see. I think.
Yeah, Melissa in the chat mentioned she got Danny DeVito vibes from Elijah Wood's character as Penguin. Very much so. Like it was funny too because when I first saw him, I didn't realize he was in it initially, and when I saw that character pop up, I was like, that looks like a really homely looking Elijah Wood with like hair loss. And then when I jumped in, I looked, I was like, oh shit, how about that? Like that's a fun cameo. And he likes to do a bunch of these movies, right? Like he's
Yeah.
did Cooties and he's jumped into some other ones as well. I mean, hell, he was in Monkey. He enjoys these little cameos, and it's always great to see him in those. It's just like when we see Justin Long, like both the two of them, they're always in these type of movies. It's pretty great.
No, but Spencer Wilding, we met him at the Tidewater convention. He's really nice. He is tall though. He's really tall. But he's nice. So, yeah, but there's a lot of actors that were in big stuff when they were younger, and now they do these really kind of offbeat type movies or low budget movies and stuff like that. It's not because they can't act in or they're not wanted to act in mainstream movies. It's just that they reject them. They rather work on, I guess, growing their acting ability by doing all of these different really unique parts. I don't blame them. I mean, acting's supposed to be fun, right?
yeah.
So yeah, just a penguin that lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's fair. Manjaro penguin, just like what we were talking about earlier.
Manjaro penguin. I will say this. I think the transformation of what's her name? Let me see if I can find it again. So, Kissy Starnenban, who was the associate of Kevin Bacon's character, Julia Davis. She, I think her transformation off of that little bit that was left, I like that transformation better than what they did with Kevin Bacon. It was subtle, but it kind of fit her character from her, from the beginning. What do you guys think?
It was all right. I was more of a fan of the actual Toxic Avenger transformation more so than anything. Her transformation kind of took her from being like almost like a Kim Basinger in Batman to like Cruella DeVille type of appearance within a couple of drops that were left in the bottle. So it was a little weird, but yeah,
it was subtle.
I mean, she went from being an attractive she-bitch to being like a kind of ghostly looking she-bitch.
Yeah. She was more independent. She had those confidence vibes coming out. She was a little timid with Kevin Bacon, a little obsessed with him. But afterwards, she was like, I'm in charge now. I like that. What's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we got different things from this.
Right, look, I'm gonna let y'all know, okay? Just so we can get this out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Fuzzy is very high maintenance. Okay.
Oh,
I gotta
shit.
pay for his,
Oh shit.
I
Here we
pay for
go.
his whatnots, Muppets and whatnots.
Muppets and whatnots.
Muppets and whatnots. I watch My Name is Earl. I like that show. I wish they would have ended it better or bring out a movie. But yeah, he's a little high maintenance. Yeah, he's not in any danger. He knows that. I wouldn't have just, dropped everything and driven home so fast if he was in danger all the time from me.
That's 100% what a captor says in every situation.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I feel like you literally just quoted something from, like, To Catch a Predator.
Oh really?
Wait, what was the Stephen King movie where she hobbles the
Misery.
guy? Misery, yeah.
It's
Good
almost
movie.
It's like almost like The Room, but just flipped. Fee's like, I did not hit him. I did not. Oh, hi, Presto. Note, FBI, I'm not saying that, Fee is actually abusing Fuzzy. We're just joking.
Is your house booked?
No, I'm just saying, just in case they're listening.
Did you at least see, though, in this one, Lloyd Kaufman had a little Easter egg at the end in the hospital? Like, he was one of the patients?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool, even though he wasn't, like, the director or anything in this one.
I mean, he gets a lot of cameos in various things.
Yeah, but this is, like, his baby that he created, and then the remake, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think between that and the Pink Tutu making an appearance in this one, there was a decent amount of Easter eggs throughout.
Yeah, his eye, though, it was too, like, robot-ish. Like,
Yeah.
That part was a little like,
part of the technology upgrade.
Yeah.
And he kept on taking it out.
Well, how can you see around corners and how many guards were waiting, kind of thing. So, surveillance.
Didn't it only come out like the one time? It like popped out and then he like rolled it back up and put it in his head?
It looks like he popped it out when they were going to Kevin Bacon's mansion.
Oh,
around the corner, was like, oh, there's two guards, and then the other girl tried to walk out there, and I guess whatever her plan was didn't go through. It shocked them, and they shot each other, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. And he's like, oh, oops. She's like, great shot. He's like,
So who was your favorite character?
I mean, no, you can go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say probably Toxic Avenger. It was until you ruined my happiness earlier, but like it still felt like an endearing character. And it was someone that was going through some serious shit too. Is like, getting yanked around by the doctors, like we've all been there, right? It's like, oh yeah, well, you're gonna die. And you're just like, well, shit, thanks for like letting me know. And they're like, oh, but we actually have a medicine that'll make you just fine. And you're like, well, you could have led with that. You could have told me something previous. I
But
feel
he
like
only had the platinum plan. He didn't have the
Yeah.
Admiral
yeah. Which as
here.
that whole thing was going on, I was like, God, isn't that the truth every time you go to a doctor?
Every time you
I
call
know.
the insurance company, yeah, that's how it is.
Oh, it'd all be covered except for you don't have the super ultimate, platinum plan. You're just like fucking what does this money go to?
No, you have to rack up the expenses until you get to the $5,000 deductible.
Yeah. You
Then
gotta get
you're
your
right.
mileage before it's covered.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Well, this isn't the right medication. It's not on our approved list. You're going to have to pay for this one because, it's not a generic.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
not
get
It
this
only
one,
has a
but
small
not
number
this
of side
one.
effects like, bloody stool, burning hemorrhoids,
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
loss
always
of
my
memory.
favorite. That's always my favorite about all those stupid commercials that you see on the different streaming ones
Mhm.
where it's like, "Oh yeah, get this medication that's supposed to help you with your depression. By the way, the side effects that you might experience from this are diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, suicidal tendencies,
Yep.
depression." You're just like, "Oh, fuck me then."
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Mhm. Oh yeah, we don't want you can't get, they're on the operating table, but you can't get the surgery. We have to have 12 months of conventional therapy first.
Yeah. We got to show we went through all of the possible options before we
Uh-huh.
actually heal you.
Mhm.
Yep. Bullshit.
Mhm.
But
I think
anyways,
I think the worst one I ever experienced was um one of my instructors over at the nail tech salon, over at the nail tech school. She said her mom had to go through PT, but there was absolutely no cartilage left in her shoulder joint, and they were still making her go through physical therapy because the physical
yeah.
therapist said that it would work instead of getting the surgery.
Yeah.
But it was bone rubbing on bone.
Well, and oftentimes they'll be like, "Oh, well, we have to have documentation that we tried everything possible before we went to a actual surgical option," which is
Oh, but
ridiculous.
they had. Even after they did all of the x-raying and MRIs or whatever they did, it showed that the woman had no cartilage, that had no, like, it was bone rubbing on bone, and the doctor had said, she needs surgery because she needs this and this, but they had talked to her physical therapist that she was working with prior when she did
Mm.
have cartilage. Oh no, we can fix that through physical therapy. So they had already gone through physical therapy. Well, like I said, it none of it makes sense.
No, that's true.
Yeah. But Presto doesn't have to worry about that because he's a youngin'.
I've had more surgeries probably than all of you.
Yeah, just in the past 6 months, what was it, like leg and knee and
Foot and elbow. Yeah, I'm
Damn.
a rough one. I'm in rough shape, man. Last year was the first year in like 3 years I didn't have surgery on something, so pretty pumped for that one.
Yeah, just a
I
few
had
more
money left
surgeries,
in
you'd
my
be the million
FSA
dollar
card.
man.
Yeah. I can't even say like I'm Terminator because I'm not getting anything put in. I'm just getting stuff taken out. So
Yeah,
Oh.
his FSA is a payment plan, apparently.
basically,
Mm.
Oh wow. So we definitely got the theme of this Toxic Avenger, that they were making fun of insurance companies and the whole
Oh
medical
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely got that.
Yeah.
And then,
And rightfully so. Rightfully so.
then trying to rob them. So besides Toxic Avenger, who else has a different character that was their favorite?
I mean,
I
there's a
mean,
couple. Like, okay, so Kevin Bacon's character, as far as being the douchebag, rich guy, um, up until his transformation or whatever, was pretty cool. He played the role to a T kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
The other one being the doctor that was
He
with
was funny.
Peter, like for his meetings, kind of like what you guys touched on earlier about how he was like, "Oh yeah, is that my brain? No, that's the standard. That's for context. Here's your brain." It's like it's totally fucked. It's like looked like everything was like darkly colored and deformed already before he had even gone through a transformation. And then it's like, oh yeah, but pills might help, maybe extend it type of thing. But yeah, there were some
Very
funny characters
expensive.
in it, just a bit different type of funny compared to the first one, but I think it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my favorite character is probably the bootleg penguin by Elijah Wood.
He was so cute.
I just like the look of him, the vibe,
Mm-hmm.
the creepiness, the walking with the cane. I feel like he did it pretty good. So if we couldn't pick Toxie, he would be my next one.
Hmm.
Elijah Wood did a good job. He really did.
Probably there with you too. I enjoyed the emo butler. It was good.
Mm-hmm. What we watch in the background?
That's a good question. Another one of those A&E soap operas.
No, that was me. I had Toxic Avenger 2 on in the background.
Oh,
There
shit.
you go. He was finding all the good parts for you, Cypher.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
great.
trying to take a little peek at it. So my bad.
Yeah, how dare you enjoy a good film? Actually, I don't know if it's a good film or not, but we'll see.
Well, like I said, the first one you definitely have to watch to compare it to this one. And then after that, it's to your discretion. Once you see the first one, how it's shot, the vibe, the feel, like you can clearly make up your own mind, and you know how all the ones following are, and how like a trauma film kind of is. So from there, if you didn't like the original one, you won't like the other three. But if you like the original one, you'll enjoy the other three.
Good to know. Good to know. I'll have to try and tackle that this weekend when I can.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it, I feel.
We'll
I mean,
see.
if you enjoyed this one, I feel like you'll enjoy the other one.
There's also Nukem High.
Just simmer down. Let them watch the original Toxic Avenger first.
let's
right.
not get ahead of ourselves. You're talking about 4 movies potentially that I gotta watch. That'll take me like 4 months.
Yeah, she's telling you to watch like the whole trauma library, and it's just like, hey,
Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to ruin. I don't want to ruin film forever. But yeah.
I don't know if you could do that. I think Twilight already did that.
You always beating up on Twilight.
Yeah, because it sucked. Glittery vampires. Eat my taint.
Well, that's nice.
I'll go back to my corner again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think you need to watch the whole catalog, okay? And there are certain ones that I highly do not suggest watching, especially Blood-Sucking Freaks. That is a very unique film, I will say that.
Unique. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll go with Toxie first, and we'll see what happens from there.
That's fair.
So do we want to talk about our ratings? See where we're at on that.
Yeah.
give Fuzzy a little bit of time to get upstairs. But
Poison already guessed our ratings.
Yes.
well, yeah, but we'll see
Ooh.
how long it takes Fuzzy to get up the stairs.
Well, the three of us can do our rating.
So
Hey, Fee, what's your rating?
hey, wait a minute here.
No, remember we're flipping the script today. You gotta do it first.
It's true.
Did not go first
Sorry.
last time.
No,
Deal
he
with
did
I went
not.
first last time.
Deal with it.
Oh, deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go over what it looks like first. What the guess was. Let's see if anybody else guessed. I think more people should guess.
I mean, being you're the most educated in trauma films, it's only right that you go first.
Oh shit. Landed on thick.
Uh huh. Let me just see if there's any. Mm-hmm.
Stalling for time. Okay.
Little Bites. Is that a trauma film?
No, that's what is that? That's the film that recently came out where the woman is allowing the monster to slowly eat her. I
Oh,
guess to save her children or something. I don't know.
what the
But
hell?
apparently people didn't like it though. Because we're getting a recommendation to avoid it.
I mean, it doesn't sound good.
Wait, Little Bite. That's the one that is that the one that Rob Zombie's brother directed?
I can look it up.
Rob Zombie's brother is the lead singer of Power Man 5000, if you didn't know that.
Damn it. Now I don't like Power Man.
Well, it's only his brother. It's okay. You don't like Rob Zombie as a
No.
musician,
Eh,
director?
no.
No? Okay, that's
No.
fair. Not everyone's cup of tea.
Well, you know,
Okay,
he shit on the Halloween movies, so I've got an axe to grind with him.
The first one wasn't bad. The second one with like the white horse and everything, I just didn't understand.
Dude, the first one was so bad with the whiny, bitchy little child and the abusive dad that was just overly played.
I mean, one thing you can guarantee with a Rob Zombie movie is his wife's going to be in it. Like,
yeah, unfortunately, yeah,
that's a
oh
given.
my god, she's not that terrible.
She's not that good.
Oh my god, I've seen worse.
I've seen worse
but
too.
like,
You've made me see worse, but
if you're like very well, if you're having a movie that's a big budget movie and you just cast your wife the whole time in like all the roles, it gets a little old. There's a lot of other people he could have picked.
True.
Well, it's just like what Paul Anderson always casting Mila Jovovich's wife.
Yeah.
In that shit, like,
yeah.
Get over yourself. She's not that impressive. Stop. Like,
yeah.
No one wants to see her again.
It's not. I mean, all right. I'm sure she's done other films besides action films. I've just never watched them. But it just seems like she's doing the same character over and over and over again at this point.
That's because it's the only thing she can do, and she can't even do that well.
So
no, Melissa, I will not take it back. You love Rob. You love Rob. I feel like he's got the personality of fucking cardboard, just like his wife.
I don't have a problem with Rob Zombie.
I'll give her credit that like her body is decent, but her personality and her acting skill is about as great as a sardine can.
Anyway, moving on. Is his name Spider-1?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, then it is him.
Yeah, that's the lead singer, Rob Power Man 5000.
Yeah, so it is him. He did Little Bites. So I guess a lot of people are saying avoid Little Bites, or somebody is. So, all right, we got some ratings here and guesses. So they have me at a 7. Poison has me at a 7. Silent a 5. Maybe a 6. Fuzzy is a 6.5, and Presto is 5.5. But then we have Melissa said, I'm looking at the private chat. Sorry about that. Anyway, Melissa says an 8 for me, Presto a 6, Cypher a 7, and Fuzzy 7.5.
Oh, I like these.
Yeah.
These are interesting.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, who's going first?
You. We already talked about this. Quit trying to pass the buck.
Yeah, she tried to be all quick about going on mute first or something. No, it's your turn, Fee.
Why doesn't it work? It worked for you guys.
Nope.
Ganging up on me again. Anyway,
TikTok. Let's go.
anyway, I'll be honest with you. I'm probably not gonna watch this again. I'm probably not. I mean, my favorite character was actually Winston before he became Toxic Avenger. So.
Now, will you rewatch the original again?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'll have that on replay. Like I'll watch that like for 8 hours if you let me. Just keep on rewinding it. I'll watch all 4 of them back to back, like over a week if you let me.
Instead of watching this one again?
Yeah.
Damn.
I like I said, I just had this feeling as the movie went on. It's like, oh, I thought this would be done by now, kind of thing. And it was only what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I kind of had that feeling like when is this going to end? It just I don't know, it felt a little choppy. It's like, oh, it started off good, and then, the transformation was decent. Him, trying to rob, his employer, that made sense to me after getting this diagnosis. That all made sense, but when they started to get into the conflict, it just felt it drug on a little bit too long. So, but that was just my opinion. Yeah, it was 102 minutes. So that's what? About an hour and 42 minutes.
Not bad. Not bad.
Which is, a normal length of time. I mean, I didn't think I thought the Winston and Wade's relationship made sense. Like I said, as soon as the Toxic Avenger, after the scene in the restaurant, I just felt it dribble on. So I would say a 6. So
That's right. You didn't stay to see the after credits stuff, did you?
was there?
Yeah. Did you watch the after?
Yeah, there was.
I guess I'll go back and watch it, but I don't think it's going to change my mind.
Probably not.
Probably not. Not when I know the original exists and it's better. I mean, even the transformation in the original was better because Melvin didn't all of a sudden change instantly. You know what I'm saying? We didn't see his instant change. We actually saw the transformation. He ran home after being bathed in this toxic waste, and he's in the bathtub, and we see his actual transformation. We kind of were a little robbed of it in this one. So those little details were not there.
I mean, we were robbed of a proper Peter Dinklage performance also based on what we found out. So
Yeah. So
a 6 it is for you?
Yep. So let's see who's next. So I can remind people.
I can go next. Like for
Okay, so
me,
yours, wait a minute. So yours was a 6.5, the lowest, and the highest a 7.5.
well, I'm probably gonna wind up in the middle here, but for me, even seeing the original, just kind of not doing or not evaluating this one like a direct comparison sake. Like if you're new to the Toxic Avenger series, this isn't bad. I would say it's worth rewatching if you're looking for a little bit of humor in a body horror sci-fi like mix kind of thing. If you want a movie that imitates or emulates, I guess, 80s, you know, uh, B movie kind of vibe, I would say this is a decent one for that. Um, the cast, even though they may have been like over the top as far as for this type of film, from a budget or even fandom standpoint, it all seemed to work. So I gave it ultimately a 7, primarily because it is rewatchable, primarily because outside of the pain and drowsiness medication, I didn't fall asleep, didn't get too angry at this movie or anything
Oh
like
no,
that.
he fell asleep. He fell asleep.
Well,
That's why I had to rewatch it again. Don't say you didn't fall asleep.
well, rewatching it, I didn't fall asleep. Like being on medication was why I fell asleep the first go round. So it's not that it's lacking action or anything like that. It does come across a little silly or campy. Maybe not as good of a campy as the original, but it's still pretty decent as far as I was concerned. I like the brutality with the mop or pulling off of arms, and kind of the silliness as far as the reaction of the bad guys. Being like in a different way, Keystone Cops, where it's like, well, you said no witnesses, and it's like, no, you're supposed to target this one, and they're like shooting everybody but the one he tells them to target, kind of thing. But yeah, special effects or the visual effects as far as the transformation, yeah, it was a bit different compared to the first one, but given technology, just kind of seeing it where it almost feels like it's animated and like still shot kind of deal, I was fine with that. But I guess the only real drawback is finding that the monster versions weren't necessarily the original actors, but I can let that pass. But like I said, a 7, rewatchable for me. Recommend it to somebody that might be new to Tromaville movies. Kind of start them off easy with this one, and then maybe watch the original as a comparison later. Which I know quite a few people will probably like the original better, but like I said, this one standing on its own, I think was decent. So I give it a 7, and not an IGN 7, just a regular 7.
So I would not recommend watching this before you watch the original.
Why?
So
This is the one to kind of ease them into stuff.
no. So here's the tricky part. When you watch the original first, you might still like the mainstream version of the reboot. It is quite possible. But to flip it around, and we're gonna see if Cypher does go back and watch the original and see what he thinks. But I've just seen too many people watch the mainstream reboot and then go back and try and watch the original, and it doesn't work out. The other way works out better. Doing the original and then seeing the reboot. But we'll find out what Cypher thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I'll jump into it real quick.
Yours is as low as 5 and as high as 7.
I know, I saw that. That gives me some good leeway. No, I enjoyed it. The Peter Dinklage and the Kevin Bacon monster information aside, I had fun with it. I was nervous when I went into it because trauma films, they can be a little bit polarizing for people. And maybe not everyone, maybe present company exclude. But it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm looking forward to trying it. And I had a good time with it. I thought the characters were good. The transformation, it's not like it was like long and drawn out. We didn't see like a bunch of detail to that, obviously, given budget constraint, I would imagine. But I really enjoyed the story for it. Like you feel for the main character in the fact that like Winston is dealing with again health shit and being basically yanked around by the system, and having to try and figure out and navigate life with a kid, and just getting shit on every time every time he gets the opportunity. And so like then when he ends up meeting Kevin Bacon's character and he gets shafted, like you feel like that karma and that retribution should come anyways. And then when he transforms and takes on the Toxic Avenger character and runs around and starts like decapitating a bunch of people and ripping limbs off and stuff, like it feels good because you feel like he's a guy that's kind of down and out on his luck. And so I enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed the gore for it. It wasn't like overly gory in a way that was just like gross. It was kind of amusing. It's like him ripping out the dude's ass and being like, "There goes your lunch." Like stuff like that was just kind of entertaining. I had fun with it, and it was just kind of a lighthearted, amusing thing when he changed over to Toxic Avenger. I would probably sit it right around maybe like a 6.8, 6.9.
Okay, let's see. Presto. Yours is anywhere between a 5.5 and a 6.
So I think I give this. I actually give this a 6.3. Like I saw the original first, so then this one I had being its remake 20, 30 years later. I had high hopes for it. It was a little weird. They changed his height in this one. The story wasn't really the same. It makes sense, but it wasn't the same as the first one. So I don't know if I was looking kind of just like a straight up remake. They did their own touch on it, which was nice, but still kind of kept some of the story the same. So I appreciate that. I just it's very rare that a sequel or sorry, a remake is better than the original.
Mhm.
This is one where it still was good. It just like I said before, you didn't really need the famous actors in it. Maybe they did that to get people that aren't really familiar with Toxic Avenger to check it out and then maybe go back and watch other ones. I feel like even before I watched Toxic Avenger, I just knew about Toxic Avenger. Like I remember as a kid, there was a Toxic Avenger cartoon show on TV. I actually think Trick or Treat Studios is remaking like the little 5-inch cartoon figures from the cartoon. Uh, so I guess I always knew about Toxic, but I just never knew. I never watched his movie, so I kind of did the opposite, I guess, when I was younger. Uh, but yeah, you just can't beat the original one. But I appreciate this one. Hopefully, they leave it go. They don't make a sequel to this one, and
Yeah.
they just like, all right, this is fun. We made some money. We donated money. Let's move on and I don't know, do a remake of Class of Nukem High before a sequel of this one or something.
Yeah.
But I would recommend it. It's definitely worth a watch. Like Silent said, some of the violence is pretty gory, but like it's fast or it's like kind of comical that it's not like a Terrifier gore or uh I don't know, just one of those other really gory movies where it's just like, ooh boy, this is hard to watch.
So I had a question for you guys.
Nope.
If the Toxic Avenger was taller in this one, would you have forgiven Peter Dinklage?
Well, like if it was played by Peter and when he became toxic, he was normal size,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
that'd be kind of weird.
Would it be kind of? I mean, it wouldn't have been out of because remember in the original Toxie, you had a really really thin, nerdy, geeky type guy go and develop muscles in less than 24 hours because of the toxic waste. If they had done that, would you guys have forgiven Peter Dinklage and him be normal size? Go from
Short or
to yeah. Instead
I
of it,
wouldn't have I wouldn't have liked that. I wouldn't have liked it.
when I liked it. But would you
It
have
went from
forgiven Peter though? Would you have forgiven him? Would you have been less sad?
I don't want Peter in it. Peter, you're great in Dexter and other movies and Elf, but I don't want you to be Toxie. All right, there, I
Oh,
said
is that
it.
what it comes down to?
Yes, if it wasn't
shitty.
Peter, well, so be it.
This is because I said I don't like Rob Zombie, isn't it?
I'm just saying because all the other ones had a normal sized person.
Mhm.
Oh boy, this is gonna sound bad.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
They're gonna clip you.
Are we still live?
Yeah. All right,
Peter
look,
was a great guy. I'm happy they
Better-
picked him
better-
for the
Better
remake.
you than me. I'm looking forward to this. Let's see how
Well,
this goes.
it's
If-
kind of hard going from, like I said, the original. You know, you can forgive a reboot to some extent in their choices. I think I know where they were going with this. He probably was a dream kind of actor that these particular people wanted. They thought it would add to the campiness. I get all that. But I think it does come down to the fact that it it didn't come off 100% the way they wanted it to with the fans. Apparently not with Presto. Is that where we're going with Presto?
Yeah, nothing against Peter.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I just wanted a taller Toxie.
You wanted it similar to the original. I mean that's understandable.
I feel like
You want
that's a
short
pretty
person.
or at least I don't know, explain it somehow. Like
Yeah.
Always putting the little guy
Rapid
down.
bone and muscle growth.
Yeah. But this is where I said we were robbed of the transformation. You know, if we had seen the transformation, I think it would have been a little bit more well received. But all we got was him being thrown in there, and then all of a sudden we see him in the state that he was in.
yeah, I mean in the original he lived with his mom still and he's like in the
Yeah.
bathroom in the tub, like burning from the toxic and like his skin's bubbling and everything. His mom's like, "Are you okay in there?" And they're like, yeah, he's a kid, like he's a teenager. Where this one is like he's an adult, he has a child of his own who like is pretty much the age that Toxie was in the original one, and
Well, it wasn't even his kid; it was his step kid, and wasn't really his step kid because they never got married. So
listen, he thought of it was his kid, like that's his kid.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying that you know the storyline and everything. 'Cause
And
they
then
brought in the other ones.
they almost made this Toxie seem like invincible. Like he would get shot with like guns, and he would just like ooze gusher blue or something, like or purple. Like it was just
Yeah. Which there weren't any guns in the original, right? They didn't actually shoot any guns.
I don't think
Well,
so.
he didn't get hit by anything, pretty
I
much.
mean, he had a mop. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think with having Peter being the height that he was, and this would have probably been in bad taste. I was hoping for some of the interactions to be based on him being shorter, where it comes to like if somebody tries to rush him or he rushes them and headbutts them right in the groin, kind of thing. I know that sounds weird, but like if you're a shorter person, use your height what would be considered a disadvantage to an advantage, like either bite kneecaps or something like that. And I know that may not have come across quite as accepted or wouldn't be as widely accepted, but at least have some of that play into the effect. Like I would be fine with a shorter Toxie, provided that he plays into that that height discrepancy. Like there's a bouncer at the door kind of thing, or one of his Kevin Bacon security guards. It's like 6'5" and 300 pounds of muscle. Well, even though Toxie has superhuman strength, just like bite at his kneecap and bring him down that way, and then smash his skull with the broom or with a mop or something. I think would have added to some of that campy comedy and stuff.
See, you get it, Fuzz.
Well, I mean, I think they were too reliant on that mop in this movie. Like the original Toxie, he could go hand-to-hand combat with you without the mop. He's lost the mop a couple of times in his fighting, but this one, he was using the mop way too much in order to fight the people.
Yeah. Well, it's all he had. Like.
So, yeah. I don't know. I just think the round table, besides what's going on in the background, the round table here, I think we were just hoping for something, and we feel a little tiny gypped.
Yeah, I feel cheated. I feel catfished.
Yeah, and since you did, you made Silent sad.
Yeah, asshole.
First
you tell me you're not going to come to LA with us, and then you're like, oh, and by the way, Dinklage wasn't even Toxie. I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Don't worry, I got one more left in the bag for tonight.
Oh, shit.
Is it about the Easter Bunny?
He's like, oh, and by the way, I left a triple decker, an upper decker in your toilet.
Jesus.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh, look at this. Presto definitely felt the shortcoming of the film.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. God. That's so gross. Oh. Man, now
anyway.
Oh. Second time Poison's canceled.
Yeah, you too much. Anyway. So what are we thinking about next week? Because I think Terra Firma might be a little much for Cypher right now. He hasn't gotten through the original Toxic Avenger yet.
Yeah, I'm cool with whatever. I can totally do that if you guys can.
I would totally do the housemaid again.
I would totally do the housemaid too. It's got Sydney Sweeney in it. So
really,
and Amanda
Seyfried, yeah.
She's from Allentown.
Pound Town? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Allentown. That's where I'm from, baby.
Pound Town, gotcha.
That one's on Amazon, but you have to. I think it's $20 to rent on Amazon Prime, which is basically like going to the movie theater, anyways.
But I heard that there's some stuff that's worth seeing in it, anyways.
Right? Yes, I really liked it.
Okay, I like how you didn't confirm what I was actually hinting at. I appreciate that though. You kept it PG-13 for the chat. Good job.
Thanks. I already got canceled saying about shorter
$20 well spent.
It got a 6.9 on an IMDb. Actually, I'm not going to say anything about it because if we're going to watch it, and then give it reviews, I would give away if it's higher or lower than that and already screw myself. So yeah.
Yeah. It depends on I guess it all depends on Fee and Fuzzy. I will make the contribution on this one and watch it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for this one.
Wait, you said this one's.
Oh, but you're ready for
one
Terra Firma?
handmade?
Yeah, I'm ready for Terra Firma.
Well, watch it on your own time.
Wait, what was the movie that you guys were talking about? The
The
Handmaid?
Housemaid.
Oh, Housemaid.
Fee doesn't want to see a couple attractive Hollywood starlets in a movie.
I never said that. I just.
Fee just wants to watch a 2.3 out of 10.
Listen, for all the shit you made us watch, just watch this. Stop it.
Hey, you made me watch Sinners.
You had the luxury of watching Sinners. Don't.
No, I didn't have the luxury of watching Sinners. Y'all made me.
No, that's just because you have unreal expectations of movies, I guess. It wasn't original.
So the little research I did about the Housemaid is I believe there was one made in like 1960 and then another made in like 2010. But I don't think the little I read, it's not the same as this story. Like it's different. So, and for the better. And this one's in English. The other ones are not. They're foreign. Okay, so Housemaid it is for next week then.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh,
You
really?
got outvoted.
Look at that. 3 out of 4.
How did I get outvoted?
Well, because there's only one of you.
Thank God.
There's 3 of us.
There's only one of me. Are you sure?
Well, if you count your personalities, we're outvoted.
Are you sure I don't have like 10 other doppelgangers somewhere?
Mhm.
I am looking forward to this viewing experience.
Oh,
Good. All right, so Housemaid next week. Fee, why don't you tell everyone what you're going to be up to next week besides watching The Housemaid?
Press is just taking over.
Sometimes you have to.
Oh, man. What am I doing? What am I doing, Fuzzy?
I have no idea. Probably teaching related stuff and watching The Housemaid.
Maybe trying to get you out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
You got to uncuff them first.
Fuzzy's not handcuffed in the house, okay?
No,
he's not in the basement either, guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He has his own room. He's very comfy.
My safe space.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sounds totally legit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Pretty much, I don't know. Just pretty much hanging out with the cats, watching. Every once in a while, going upstairs to see if Fuzzy is not asleep in his chair, having the computer watch him, type thing, and then just go to work and not get too over extended at work doing paperwork. That's pretty much going to be my next week until Friday. Yeah, meetings, right? What about Presto?
So I'm going to try to stay out of the cold tomorrow. I'm actually pretty excited. Sunday we have our first puppy training course with Sydney, so We'll see how she does with that and what kind of homework they give us. Um, Looking forward to watching the housemaid again and taking notes. And yeah, I mean, like I said, during the winter is kind of the off boring season, I guess. Just kind of relax and stay inside. That
So I'm
was all
just
for
gonna
me.
say, Presto, I'm not getting very good reviews of this in the chat, by the way, of this housemaid movie. Just let you know.
What, one person?
Well, I think only one person has made any claim to have watched it.
Okay, well that's good
I
then.
mean,
They
I mean, I can appreciate Torino's opinion on this, but I don't know if I agree.
Oh, okay.
well, you could. I don't
Sorry.
want to comment
Sorry.
on what they said because I don't want to like give anything away until next week. So I respect their opinion. I think there's more to it than just that. Yeah. Watch it first and then we could discuss it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as that television show she's in, Euphoria or whatever. Like
The what? Which one?
Euphoria,
A
I
Euphoria?
think, yeah, on HBO or whatever. Like that, I think she definitely relies on getting naked or whatever. Where there's more of a story.
More homework.
Yeah, more homework. All right, next person.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not going to be up to too much. Unfortunately, this coming week is going to be like a full work week again. So I probably won't be doing too much. But if anyone is into playing some Arc Raiders, you know, be it FarQ, Fuzzy, Presto, if you decide to pick up playing some video games again, or anyone in chat, if you decide you want to play some Arc Raiders, hit me up on Xbox, a Silent Cipher. Find me on social media, a Silent Cipher. I'll be watching The Housemaid this weekend for sure, and probably Toxic Avenger as well, so I can see how it differed from this one and how I can understand the reasoning for Fee's dunking on Dinklage. Dinklage dunking? That's a weird thing. Yeah, that's going to be about it. I think after I'm done here, I'm going to go upstairs and eat a tasty salad and yeah, watch some movies. Thanks for hanging out with us, chat.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, for the most part, not much that I'll be doing over this next week other than watching Housemaid. Other than that, be on the lookout for a video if you're into Forza Horizon. Plan on doing something discussing Forza Horizon 6 here in the next couple of days and stuff. But other than that, try not to shovel snow because whatever little bit of snow we got so far looks like it's just going to be a dusting. So hopefully no big deal in that concern. But other than that, I'll be taking it easy, and I recommend everybody do the same. Have a safe and happy weekend. And Fee, did you tell everybody what you're doing for this week, or well, you went
Yeah,
first this
except
time,
for
didn't
one
you?
thing. I'm going to be doing our taxes.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be exciting, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
Anybody
exciting.
think that's
Some
exciting?
paint dry and getting a tooth extracted. But yeah.
Yeah. Have a bamboo shoots
That bad
wedged
using
up under
TurboTax.
your fingernails.
I don't think it's that bad using TurboTax.
Mm-hmm.
Eh,
Yeah,
TurboTax is our friend.
yeah, it's better than H&R Block.
that's true. That is true.
Yeah, we tried to use them one time, and they just kept on adding. They're like, "Oh well, if we have to do this," by the way, it was just like checking a box. Oh, it's gonna be $400, and the taxes, they're gonna be $200, like just doing it, and then going through your receipts, it's going to be another $200. Like we were already up to almost $1,000. I did the taxes and I got it done in like less than 2 hours, and yeah, I saved myself over $800. Yeah, never H&R Block. Never again. So, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So we will see everybody. They're gonna torture me with housemaid. So we'll see if it goes below it too. We'll see. That's been my lowest. All right. So bye everybody.
See
Hi.
ya. See ya.